In 2009, Rocksteady started the Batman video game series we never knew we needed, and created a franchise that boasts quality graphics, an ambitious storyline, and innovative gameplay, all of which total to a massive impact on the superhero game genre, as well as the games industry as a whole. In terms of story, Rocksteady recruited veteran comics and Batman the Animated Series writer Paul Dini, which showed that they were serious in not only creating a good game, but a solid Batman story as well. Dini has shown his storytelling prowess time and again, and his understanding of Batman is a key to the game's success. Dark Knight, A True Batman Story, is a graphic novel that depicts Dini's own struggles after being assaulted. It shows Dini's personal relationship to the Dark Knight and what it represents to the writer, in an in-depth and intimate way that perhaps no other Batman writer has put forward. Thanks to Dini's input, all of the Arkham games, but in particular Arkham Asylum, feels like a natural evolution for Batman the Animated Series. The game throws the player into Batman's boots in a fully established DC universe as the Batman years into his career. Loosely based on Grant Morrison and Dave McKean's iconic Arkham Asylum comic book, the first game sees Batman stuck in the asylum with a number of his most famous villains. Having the Dark Knight trapped in the asylum manages to showcase a huge cast of villains in a clever and organic way, without any of them feeling forced or just there to fill out some gameplay. In fact, taking into account Asylum, City, Origins, Blackgate and Night, and the huge number of villains and allies each of them puts forward, the Arkhamverse may well be one of the most immersive and in-depth versions of Batman and Gotham City that we've seen in any medium outside of the comics. Much like the animated series, the Arkham games take their time to develop and showcase not just the Dark Knight, but a number of his villains and Batman's supporting cast of allies. The appearances of characters like Catwoman, Oracle, Robin and Nightwing all add a lot in terms of story, but some of them even add to the gameplay as well. Catwoman is a playable character throughout Arkham City, and Robin in the DLC Harley's Revenge, and Nightwing available in the Arkham City challenge maps. Each of them brings a slightly different style of play tailored to that individual character's arsenal and style. This idea is then perfected in Arkham Knight, in which many of the side campaigns in the main game and the DLC editions involve playing as other characters such as Azrael, Robin, Catwoman, Batgirl, Red Hood, Harley Quinn and Nightwing. Rocksteady again adds to the Arkham world by realising that there's much more to Batman than just Batman, and perfectly utilises his supporting cast in an organic and enjoyable way. Only adding to the vast world created by the main story and its many characters is the ongoing Riddler subplot. These Riddler challenges see Edward Nygma continuously try to outsmart Batman by placing a number of question mark shaped trophies and riddles for Batman to find throughout the Asylum, Arkham City and then Gotham itself. These riddles contain a number of both subtle and more obvious references to the wider DC universe, the many references and Easter eggs told to be yet another building block of what makes the franchise so well developed and immersive. As well as a brilliant story and immersive world, the franchise's casting rounds out the series perfectly. The combination of Kevin Conroy and Mark Hamill as Batman and the Joker respectively is almost a guaranteed winning duo, and for many the pair are the definitive versions, or at least voices, of the Dark Knight and the Clown Prince of Crime. This combined with many other returning cast members from the animated series only added to the authenticity and atmosphere of the game, furthering the idea that the game is an interactive extension to the legendary animated series. But on top of all the great story and character development, what really makes Arkham leagues above other Batman games is the astounding gameplay. The combat system we first meet in Arkham Asylum is truly innovative, a way to take on the bad guys that is quick, fluid, responsive and most importantly fun. Not only does Batman move around the room pummeling bad guys in a very comic book style, but the counter system makes you think and move around the environment in a way that only Batman could. And as a result, the combat is that much more entertaining. Taking on rooms of thugs in some games can become tedious and repetitive, but in Arkham the various types of enemies are different enough to keep encounters fresh and challenging. The combat system alone would have made a great game, jumping in and beating up the bad guys. However, Rocksteady had one last thing in their utility belt: Predator encounters. These encounters add a whole new level of authenticity to a Batman game. You take down a room of thugs from the shadows at your own pace with variable factors to consider. They make you think, use your gadgets and your environment, and in short, they make you Batman. And so, the combination of a very Batman combat system with a number of incredible Predator encounters and challenges really rounds off what would have already have been an incredible Batman game, and went on to create a franchise that delivers one of the most in-depth Batman stories we've had in recent years, and offers a keen look at not just Batman and his supporting cast, but his impact on Gotham and, like any good Batman story, his struggle with identity, legacy and purpose, and all in all, rounds out to be one of the best video game franchises of all time.